We are taking to allow in radio to your voice of Lango FM. Kera boro tonere not kere mia chel itonere angwen. Itwa pinga papata me Lango kere Uganda loro kere wipo da loro. Kuna me ti winywa online ni beo a radio garden kere ti winywa ni be website me voice of Lango www.vol.co.ug me winywa utisheng meni na tini. Kita me huku bilu kubu kere utisheng meni na tini. Utidi unkate kere welo amemiro bed kere a studio botu wa kanen utikere utela the party me the National Unity Platform no ame wano binu bilu kiki pi chawa ame roma chel chake chawa ni na chawa biyo kere daki ha pira ngwen me odisheng meni na teni ania BF timugwal kita me akobi kara chekere niangi mano party me National Unity Platform katoka kere ha me bebe kwa pinga papat me Uganda mem otoluaka kare kere yapo offices gia papat me ti kwa pinga papat me Uganda kuno chaho gini kare kere district ya me tie to Western Uganda ubeo gini Kasese ubeo gini Port Poto ubeo gini Wurumachani mutie gini in district of course mema yuge worni nutung gini mbare tinini utigini botwa district me Lira kan so meto nyange botki ye hageni me kwa hako bikom mobilization ni bino perningo kiripire tekpingo bilua kametie Lango kan. Good afternoon. You're most welcome to Voice of Lango FM this afternoon. Listening to us from our frequencies 88.0 and 100.4. Like we earlier told you, this afternoon we are privileged to host the leadership of the National Unity Platform led by their president, Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, who is also known as Bobi Wine. Honorable Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu, President of the National Unity Platform, former Member of Parliament of Chadondo East, you're most welcome to Voice of Lango FM this afternoon, sir.
Thank you very much, Brother Boniface. Thank you for your matek. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, listening to us here in Lira and all over Lango. My name is Bobi Wine Chagulanyi Sentamu, and I'm very honored to be here today on Voice of Lango.
I think it's the first time you're appearing on the biggest radio station in Lango and in Northern Uganda.
Well, not the first time. I've been here a couple of times as a musician, but since I was elected president of Uganda, it is the first time.
You're most welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Honorable Bobi Wine is joined by other NUPA leaders in Lango. We have, I think, the regional coordinator for Lango, Michael Adonyo. Michael, you're most welcome this afternoon.
Paul Wakata Winua, Mania, the Michael Chris, and the regional coordinator, MEP.
Okay, I think we also have the Secretary General for the National Unity Platform for Lango Sub-Region. You're most welcome, sir.
Apoyo total BF Major Wa Karachel the Voice of Lango. Apoyo Luak Mela total Pijolo President Wando Tikan.
Apoyo Mateka Adwong Mawa Apoyo total Binani Diching Meninatin, the Voice of Lango FM.
Apoyo management my Voice of Lango kede Luak Ducha Metio Hokano Iruamu Ducha Popat. Apoyo BF.
Apoyo Mate.
We hati dake hani omi down in the new toko abia Honorable Uchena Bia flag bearer wa no me moroto come 2025-2026 Uchena Bia 2025-2026 aha.
Yes, thank you so much. Upon my title, I'm doing my title, and you are young man, but the president, you are young man, but the president, man, Ilankan, and yeah, Geoffrey Chenabia. Hopefully, I will have the flag for National Unity Platform for Moroto in 2026, because this fight is all about entrenching freedom, justice, and equality within the social, political, and economic areas. Thank you.
First thing first, Honorable Robert Sentamu Chagulanyi, Bobi Wine, you have been in the mobilization tours, especially in Barara, in Port Poto, in Busia, Yesterday you are in Mbale, and today you are in Lira city. What has been the reception like in the areas you have visited?
Thank you. For those that have been watching us on traditional media and online, they've been seeing we got very warm welcomes everywhere we went. It is humbling. We don't take it for granted. But again, it goes further to show that the people of Uganda are receiving our message of liberation, our message of change, our message of end to dictatorship. So it has been massive everywhere. I also want to thank in a very, very special way the people of Lira for this massive welcome. We don't take it for granted. Thank you for showing us that indeed what we are saying is not only representative of us alone, it is not only representative of young people, but also the old people. These problems we are facing are not only problems of Ankole, of the Bachiga, of Kasese, of Busia Ombale. They are problems of the nation, of the country. So it has been massive, and we thank God that we are here now.
From the areas you have visited, Honorable Robert Chagolanyi Semtamo, we see a lot of peaceful processes. And it seems like your cooperation, the leadership of the party and yourself and the security has been very good, because I think all the areas you have visited, there has been no confrontation. Things are moving on well.
Yeah, certainly there's not been any confrontation so far. And this also proves that if the police does not cause chaos, there is no chaos. If the police does not bring violence, there's no violence. We are peaceful people. We have always advocated for non-violence and for peacefulness. And I'm glad that the police and the military have not yet broken the law, because everything that we are doing is within the law. But I must also remind us that the police is not beating or killing people or tear gassing us, not because they don't want, but because since 2020, in November 2020, Museveni, using the police and military, killed people, they massacred people, and we took Museveni to the International Criminal Court, Museveni and his son. And he knows that if he kills more people, if he causes more chaos, he's giving us more evidence.
But
so maybe
at that time,
that's why
they were also accusing the people of course, inciting the police, and such kind of things happen. But that's well. Maybe the second thing I want to find out from yourself is you're coming to Lira today to open your offices, I think, for the first time after the general elections of 2021.
Yes.
What does the party intend to achieve after this mobilization drive in LANGO and in other parts of the country?
Thank you. Maybe, Bonnie, if you will allow me to give a little background. Because initially I was not a politician, like many of us here. But I want the young people of LANGO to know, because in December 1980, when none of us here was born, there was an election. That election was between Dr. Milton Obote, or Dr. Paul Kawanga Semogerere, and some other small candidates, including Museveni. Museveni was the Katumba Oye of 1980. Now, after the election, Museveni claimed that he was cheated. He did not even get 1% of the vote, but he started a war. And when he started that war, Museveni, Kainda Utafire, and other rebels, they put on the army uniform of the soldiers of Dr. Milton Obote. They went and killed our people. And they lied to our parents that it is Dr. Obote's people that had killed our people. They lied and convinced our parents. We joined him, and there was a war. In that war, more than 500,000 people died. Museveni came to power claiming that he's going to bring back democracy, stop rigging elections, stop corruptions, stop abductions of people and everything. Now, almost 40 years later, he has destroyed everything across the country. But in particular, here, you remember that we had Lira spinning mills. We had, a better infrastructure here. We had a better education system. We had better healthcare. Everything has been destroyed. He went ahead to massacre people all over the country, but in particular here in Northern Uganda. So 40 years later, I think that in all honestly, I think it's about time to apologize to Dr. Milton Obote. I think it's about time for people to know the truth. And I'm going to Luwero tomorrow, and I'm going to tell those fellow Bagandas of mine there that it is time for us to kick out this man that we brought. He lied to us. Dr. Obote warned us that this man is not even a Ugandan. Our parents did not listen.
But there is no evidence to that, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi.
Well, we challenged General Museveni to prove that he's a Ugandan. He could not prove that. But that on the side, look, listen to me. The things that he's doing to the people of Uganda proves that he has no love whatsoever for this country. Look at the things that Idi Amin did for Uganda. Look at the things that Dr. Obote did for Uganda. And what has Museveni done? Destroy all of them. So now what we want as a generation, we want to remove the dictator because he has succeeded in dividing us along tribal lines. He has divided us along religious lines. He has divided us along class lines.
But he has also been preaching, of course, about unity for all Ugandans.
But this is a man that preaches water and drinks wine. Look at the military. Look at the tribes that are there. Look at all government institutions. Look at the tribes that are there. Look at the poverty levels. Go in security, go in police. Look at the people that they are promoting. How many people have been promoted here in the military? Look at the deployments. Our generation is a generation to tell each other the truth. It is enough of falling.
You're opening the regional office for LANGO today. I wonder if you have plans to have offices of the National Unity Platform also across the districts in LANGO, but also maybe countrywide.
Yes. We intend to have offices of the National Unity Platform countrywide. But I must emphasize that we are more than just a political party. In fact, we started the National Unity Platform political party only 2 months to the election. We are originally the People Power Movement. Now, the People Power Movement is a combination of all people, no matter what political party, no matter whether or not they belong to any political party. We want change. We believe that our pains are the same. We are coming together as a nation. So this tour is not only to open offices, but to galvanize the minds of the people, to wake Ugandans up and to remind them that we have one major duty as a generation, that is to liberate this country and put an end to gun rule so that the will of the people of Uganda can reign supreme.
Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, you have massive support
Yes.
in the urban areas. Like, for example, you are massively welcomed by the people of Lira today
Yes.
in the city.
Yes.
And some of your critics actually say that if you go to some areas, like, for example, in Otuke,
Yes.
in the rural areas, you
Yes.
may not get such kind of huge welcome, like you've been welcomed in Lira or like yesterday in Bale. What is the party going to do, and you in specifically, to ensure that you have a lot of grounding as well in the rural areas, and you have structures, robust structures for the National Unity Platform in the rural areas?
Wait until we get there, and you will ask me that question again. You see, now it has been the narrative of the regime. Oh, those people don't have structures. Oh, those people don't reach rural areas. But they have been stopping us. The last time we tried to move around the country, they arrested our people, humiliated and beat them up. It is until we took Museveni to the ICC, it is until we put our feet down that now we can so far move around. But I know that they are very scared, and they will also try as much as possible to stop us. This is not about the NUP. It is not about Bobi Wine. It is about people power. It is about the people of Uganda wanting to change. So they welcome me, not because I'm very handsome, not because I'm very educated. No, they welcome me and my team because we carry a message of freedom to them. Here in Lira, look at a young small man like Adonyo Michael Christia being respected and being listened to because we carry a message that has been vulgarized by many people. Museveni compromised the people that were respected. He compromised elders. He compromised leaders. You will notice that he went ahead to compromise even the leaders of political parties. He bought UPC. He bought DP. he compromised Norbert Mao. Now he's buying FDC. So Ugandans, we are on our own. We are orphans. That is why we are holding hands across the country, and we are saying we are putting an end to this nonsense.
Yeah, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, in the rural areas, like in the 2021 general elections, we had actually been very few candidates of the National Unity Platform holding your flag.
Yes.
Do you have plans to really ensure that, like for example in LANGO, you have 5 district councillors, you don't have a single member of parliament, you don't have a single LC5 chairperson. What is the party going to do to ensure you have many candidates holding your flag in the 2026 election as you do the drive?
First and foremost, I want to tell you that we are not looking at 2026. Don't push us to 2026. We are looking at now. We want to remove Museveni now.
But there is a roadmap for the election. You are a person
we are not doing our things according to Byabakama. Byabakama is an extension of Museveni.
But you believe in the rule of law.
Rule of law. That's why we are here. Museveni is illegally president. Okay,
but
what Byabakama does is illegal.
The court declared him as
the
court declared him the president of the Republic of Uganda.
Oh yes, oh yes. But do you know that Justice Kisache was forced to resign because she delivered a dissenting judgment? Are you aware that Justice Owinyidoro, even when he had our petition on his table, he went ahead to publicly associate with Museveni and publicly make one-sided political statements? Do you know that? Do you know that according to the law, the military is not supposed to be partial? But do you know that General Museveni's son is moving around illegally in military uniform campaigning? Do you know that the police is supposed to be keeping law and order and supposed to be impartial? But do you know that the police is an extension of the NRM? So please don't talk about the rule of law. Here we are talking about liberation, because these are rebels. Museveni is a rebel. He is still a rebel. He came, killed our people, took over our country illegally.
Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, just for the record, we understand that he was elected in 2021.
No, he was not elected.
And declared by the Electoral Commission chairperson.
Let me tell you something, my brother. Yoweri Museveni lost the 2011 election to Dr. Kizza Besigye. Yoweri Museveni lost the 2016 election to Dr. Kizza Besigye. Yoweri Museveni lost the 2021 election to Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, and that is myself.
For all those 3 elections, the Supreme Court agreed that even if there were some few irregularities, they were not substantial to overturn those elections.
Well, you can argue it like that. But I will tell you that as a law student and as a lawyer myself, we have a belief that in the face of arms, the law is silent. So now you understand that the judiciary has been twisted and put in the pocket of General Museveni, like all other institutions. When we speak to them silently, they will tell you the truth that, my brother, we see what, okay? For example, right now, we are doing exactly what we were doing, in 2021. But they shot at us, massacred our people then, So there's double standards here. The law only works on some people and doesn't work on others. That's why we're telling you that all we need here in Uganda is a complete overhaul of all those institutions.
Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, let's look at the unity in the opposition where you belong to. The Uganda People's Congress is conducting mobilization tours just like you're doing. The FDC are conducting their internal party elections. Are there plans from the National Unity Platform to cooperate with those other political parties to ensure that you strengthen your unity for the upcoming elections?
Just like you hear, unity. In our party, unity is the middle word. We are National Unity Platform. We believe in unity. And even before we started our party, People Power believed in unity. We made every effort to work together with the FDC, with the DP, with other political parties. But it's clear that since these political parties were overtaken by General Museveni, they work according to his tunes. That is why Norbert Mao made it impossible for us to work with the Democratic Party. I mean, we tried to work with the FDC, why we work very closely with the likes of Dr. Kiza Besigye from the FDC, the likes of Honorable Gilbert Olanya from the FDC. We have been getting a cold shoulder from the leadership of the FDC. Little did we know that they probably had a collaboration with the regime. It is only coming out now. So now we resolved that we are going to have that unity within the people of Uganda. Our hope is not in the politicians. No, our hope is in the people of Uganda.
The biggest bottlenecks to many of the political parties has actually been about poor structures at the grassroots. I mean, having leadership and membership of the party registered with the party from a village level to a parish level to a sub-county.
Please don't reduce this matter to
I just want to find out if the National Unity Platform that you lead has plans to ensure that, even at the grassroots, you have somebody who is a contact person for the party. So that, when you are doing mobilization, you have a robust structure and network, just like other political parties do.
Thank you very much. We definitely have a robust leadership up to village level, and we're still working on it. But like I requested you, I don't want to reduce this mission to just a political party. Let us not reduce this matter to only NUP. This is a matter of the people of Uganda, and I would rather sound like a leader of the People Power Movement. Why? Because even those that are not in the leadership or in the structures of the National Unity Platform, very big role to make sure we remove the dictator and we free up our country. So I don't want to sound like we have a robust democracy here, because if I also be honest with you, there's no practical political party in Uganda that is functioning like a political party. It all that this happens at the mercy of General Museveni, and it shouldn't be like that. Okay, we shouldn't be moving at the mercy of the oppressor that we're trying to free from. So for us, we go ahead to connect with people, whether they are in the leadership of our party or they are not, for as long as somebody wants change. And let me also say this, that our message has always been that anybody whose words and actions are helping to bring the fall of Museveni very quickly, that person is a friend, even if they are not in our party, even if they are in another party, including NRM. But anybody that is working for the fall of dictator Museveni is our comrade, and we want to work with them. And anybody that is working to help the dictator oppress us more, even if they are in the leadership of the National Unity Platform, they are not our friend. So now you know that our mission is not only about building our party. Our mission is to remove the dictator.
Thank you very much, Honorable Robert Chegule. Let's take a quick break and then we'll return shortly. Voice of LANGO FM. Mania BF Timobal. Otiot Kanja Karachekere President. May the National Unity Platform. Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu. May Joapol. Ngekere Nying me Bobi Wine. Nenobedo President of the National Unity Platform. Ubedak Arika Member Parliament Achon. May Chadondo East Constituency. Ubedunyamo tamma tetu tuwale koma yihere ame gino tiutim pole woki wotulwa kanda kiri pole woki yihagi ame iti atimere ilango kan dinatili yung binubiru kiri kero me winyo ibota arana duong pi party me National Unity Platform bilango Honorable Daniel Okelo dang ubeda kanchira ame chumpilwa me Oyam Town Council District Council me Oyam me gonyo lemu na me duong ubiru chano waki but joke na menyo poviru kirikero meniang mwamia duong Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu adung Daniel ajulate
apoyo tutual BF apoyo pi jolawa isidi ume Voice of LANGO tinini ame tinini president ame luak me Uganda yera karachel kede kwir mwa tutumia rio ke pia rio we achiel ento electoral commission de quero ti tag make twal lunien na yero bedo president me Uganda e karamen bin kan dwe mea para achiel me mwa hokaro pi duoko poch bolao pi mi ekwe jo moga chungi pemiro don bilao bin okwero ko ento tinini entie kan atamo ni lwak melao ami winge ngo ameno bedo kopo keda penyogo ame moderator obedo penye karachiel kede ame kwa hokop me tela me Uganda president unyute ko wini winyo no president nye Robert Chagulanyi Sentamu jonge karachiel kede nying me Bobi Wine tini ni yen Lira kane president oduoko puoj chatek bolao pi jolle di chenga tinini karachiel kede mara ame kaini neno di boma me Lira kantin jo duchu weko gina me woko tiju gini pi bino nyuto mara atela pilwak mara mera nen kitameno kobani jo tini jole karachiel kede ilao kan oduoko puoj boru ateha lao duchu ame tiyaho kanu president kobani kirame Museveni tiyu karachiel kede kare en tiyu karachiel kede bora pien en dong lo Uganda achalo ture dan kede jo ture kede jo mogo ameno bino woro karachiel kede gilum president ukobani otuni chawa ber ameonu miero Museveni kwa kija bolao pien imwaka piera boro Museveni binu chung da kuirero nunu nok bala mega katumba Museveni binu chung te por ko kuirero pe otunu na kapasenda chiel ikarame Museveni por kuira dang ngeoni pedang inu kui endo por binu wor ko elum te wot lwen ikom gamento borre kun maolo titek kame onu kobani mono jo worilum kuire nonu perom mena akobani worilum uborre obinu kobi Uganda ni Museveni ena jote tukukere no Museveni pe obero na ha dana me Uganda moderator de kobani gina nyurupe tie president Bobi Wine de kobani karame okobi Museveni kong nyut ngoa me nyurni ene beru dana me Uganda nyutu te loyo ko pieno borro binu kobe jode koni dana ne awindi neno ne pe duhunu kede dana ko boni nene tie doke e wod rueyo luak e wod luere re ko boni kanna meno binu woro jako bes merie e ko boni otuni chawa be no chualo uno twinyane en ameo binu buolo luak me Uganda pien jodo petia mite ituak ping me Uganda dushu dangeno kobo ni kana ene wor ye duch e wor mayuge e wor mbara na katunga Museveni gi mara meti kome duonga te kapelare dongeno binu ilao kan neno mara chelli potie kan eno kobo ni Museveni kara me wor lum ame luak me lao duch uningi abe kainda utafire general kobo ni abero general me kare gicha woro bushenyi te mokatir ni gino nu rugo gini bo amon ute bino lwenyi komo te dero ka lwenyi komo te dero ute duogo te bino kobo ni monyu borre na tiene ko joni piena teni en na tieni ka to ko ka kar me roma president okobo ni e kudi tim a Museveni ni uchar jamma me borre yamo kelo duch dado petie un luak mela mogun cha denere kom spinning mill ame chane dong pe mogun cha deni kom starch factory mogun cha deni kom ginaries ame oche cha ko duch da loboni enen bero gammo te miyo ko bodjo yaho amani chani o miyo nywale me Uganda tikere peka duonga pelare apun jameni obero jammi ameri kelo ti botu nywale me lao kan onu yammi o chuk me jammi bedo aber ilao kan ento Museveni baro jamini en duchu dado konyer petie eno kobo ni Museveni tichere pieno bedo kaya bedo menne dang ti record ni eno neho jo aworu macha mwaka tutumia rio ipiere rio nono idwe mea para chel Kampala kucha wuni bedo no winyo nego jo Paul na haneg me arua wuni bini winyo no kitame ochielo ka achiel kede driver president man no bedo nek kametie ya kine nek kamen nek kametimere ente wumero kwa iye ukobani Museveni enatieni entichere ubedo me poko jo ka opoko u tedong mi u bedo jo akonygi petie miyo parties apopat ameti Uganda kan jodong petie ti kitame miyo jo ti gara chel kede nu moderator openye na hani kob me structure menu kono unity un kede structure President Robert Chagulanyi Bobi Wine tekoboni peo twero keto structure pieni peo yena hani jogore ento kayini mi to keto structure miri gore umi chawa ni wanda do laho style wa committee gine gammo jodo tia wori chawa medwo gulo chalwa rek jo tam ni jo odwo ko lochen ibon munni ento jodo putia loyo PUP ilobo wa me Uganda ukobani kuri ginna meno beno timoni umi chawani itetela a president Robert Chagulanyi umi jo chwalo Museveni ko karachiel kede wole General Mozi International Criminal Court nyo kota dit me wilobo ame winyo toro twero alwak ka awoti summarizing Kome agiki President Okobani openye President Okobani noob structure tie na ha ichalo ento keni no peti structure otego aber ano Okobani peti kitora mejo twero tikere lasha lwa onyo democracy e Uganda kan ame tela agoro ame obedo me Museveni tia wuot inyimi chawani ukowni me agiki mere tekido ngata me en bino chigi karachiel kere no beda wuot tekido tia koboni lweny wani otiu lweny pikwanyu Museveni ame omiyo nywale me Uganda obedi chana dot Pimuaki, I don't know no better water no.
Oyo, Matetual Honorable Daniel Okello. Let me return to President of the National Unity Platform, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi. We have also been joined by Honorable Gilbert Olanya, Member of Parliament for Kilak. Honorable Gilbert Olanya, you're most welcome to Voice of Our
Thank you so much, moderator. I would like to appreciate Mr. President, Honorable Bobi Wine, in Northern Uganda. I drove from Kampala. After my test do radio. Ayagi Kampala. Totally Mibiano Kajolo Bobi Wine to Kumala Uganda. The chairman, Amira Wadgi, President Mamekwa, I did Bobi Wine near for Mibiano Mate. Doing radio, pere total. Ma anati kabiano America do kone ready. Awinyo kitma la did Bobi Wine tika lokte. Ginomi odaro nge ma pire tek. Enani People's Power Movement le any team movement. Pe Ugandans touch magimira la. People's Power Movement, PT movement pa nu keken, PT movement pa NRM keken. PT movement by DP, PT movement by FDC. Ento Ugandans wing Magimira Laga, we are under People's Power Movement. Primero, annually mi Uganda no go on. Inero kid my ye team quere, now then did Bobi Wine obedika titu. Kani gibol qui, onero kira you were you quericente, quale queriqui. Watemo kila Laga, in Parliament mi Uganda. Mawa wajo ne Electoral Commission omiyor di lakon. Pi President en omiyor belka chimo Electoral Commission. Ento chawale eni President Timo Electoral Commission. Ene mi muchara pa Electoral Commission. Ka yetie Electoral Commission ere yugo ye telo kani kui matika time Uganda ni pity free and fair. Watika miro alaga wahonen in Uganda wale eni. Donc luak milao ini armatini Arab yorka jologu. Donc bene iya yom ni I parliament mi Uganda. Majority of members of parliament kariwa MPs mati NRM. Giti NRM only be miro chende again. Ento twin giki kome wenti under People's Power Movement mikela laga Uganda. Donc gin ma pere tek loyo era wa miro nera laga. Pien in pe noir dano. Itari ka onero kero Museveni tika wat kwere giwore. Nem talo gitamone tela mi Uganda tiro like a monarchy. Madon ka anywhere woro don woro tingo wero gi nyare wero gi latine
Kware moro kanura
so le eni tugi kwanyo mbini mi tela ho Uganda. Uganda oti tela mi doja lwa. Tela pigi leo dog out. O were wangi eni amiru titu machano opposition matie I parliament mi Uganda na anen la dit president o titu kid magi tika wiro kwere opposition itawale eni Museveni no tamani he should use money where he converting opposition or when or dakore ento opposition mamar Uganda opposition mamero kid ma Uganda bioro bekwere kare Museveni ye chene gotia gobe waje ni Museveni bet kichene ni ento wamirni wawek Uganda obed mabe irli kwaewa kache giri kwaewa
Oyo matek honorable Gilbert.
Ti ana foyo matero megina gina pere teklo ere wana oduchu wati under People's Power Movement to see that change is brought to our country. God bless you.
Oyo matek honorable Gilbert Nyanya. Honorable President Robert Chagulanyi.
Yes,
to be
please.
running short of time. We're left with
Sure.
about 15 minutes.
Sure.
But my last question, before I can pick some 5 phone calls, and then you can respond to some of them. You have codenamed this mobilization tour, Wake Up Uganda.
Yes.
What does that even mean to an ordinary person in Okere City in Otuke district
Yes.
listening to you right now?
Wake Up Uganda means real waking up. We have been sent to sleep. We have been silenced. We have been intimidated. But our mission is to awaken the people of Uganda to know what they are missing. We had an election 2.5 years ago, which General Museveni rigged on gunpoint. And we want to show the people of Uganda what they have missed. For example, and not only the citizens, but also, not only the civilians, but also the men and women in uniform. Police officers and military officers have missed on the salary increment because these people do a lot of work and they deserve better payment. Land grabbing has continued. You are aware of what is happening in Otoke. You are aware of what is happening in Apa. Land grabbing has continued by Museveni's people. He brings people from as far as out of the country and sells them land that is not his own, and he evicts people. Since the elections in 2021, after Museveni rigged the elections, he has continued to oppress our people. They've chased away our people from Lake Choga, in Amolata. People can no longer use that God-given natural resource. It's the military that has taken over the lake, and Museveni is mortgaging it to the Chinese. The common people here, Museveni brought his people to pretend that he's helping people to extend border loans. But a border that ordinarily costs 4.9 in cash for a local border rider at the end of his completion of the loan, he or she has paid close to 11 million shillings. We have to change that. Massacres have happened in very many places, including Bologna. Victims are there yearning for rehabilitation. There should be affirmative action there. They should be rehabilitated. Unfortunately, it has been Museveni's deliberate effort to make sure that he dehumanizes those people so that they lose confidence in self. Education itself. We have a university here, but there are unfair processes when they are giving scholarships. I am informed that the locals here don't even get the scholarships in their own universities, By the way, I am informed that we have been switched off air, like it happened in Barara, like it happens in many other places.
Just confirm it's on.
Oh, it's back on. Yeah, it's important for us to always communicate about that. So that and many more things have been happening. We are here to remind the people that we must remove General Museveni, because when we remove the dictatorship, then we can go ahead to restore things that used to bring employment here, like the Lira spinning mills. It has to be refurbished. We have to revamp our healthcare system, our education system, our infrastructure system, etc. So all that we want to do, but we can only do that if the people join us and we all do and make sure that we push General Museveni out of power.
Thank you very much, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi. I want to receive some 5 calls so that you can respond to some of their questions. Jia Penyogo, Timito Penyuke President, National Unity Platform, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, Namachimwa Titolo Not Abira Bishel, Abora Not, Abora Deck, Airtel, Jen Not, Abira Bishop, Abora Not, Abora Deck. Hello? Poiva? Dake Hachel.
One of the president met to Lankan.
Hello? Chulo Kerina? Yes, Benson.
And even what I was trying to tell people is to work hard so that we remove the difficulty, whatever the dictatorship in this country. He's telling the truth. And I like him so much. And he's the only opposition in this country. Others they are just like opposition, but they are not the real opposition.
Thank you very much. Hello? Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, you're speaking to Isaac.
Yes, Isaac.
One thing that I wanted the president to embark on, like when after the election, because one thing that I'm sure of is that he's going to make it. I would tell him that I can see the roads that we have in Northern Uganda. It's very painful if you compare it with the roads that we have in Western Uganda, like those places like Mara, those places like the Masakai. You see those roads and you compare with the other roads, you find that Northern Uganda is lagging so much behind. The president, I would wish if he could issue the airports in that line. And also, one that I would like to advise on is that when we are fighting against something, we need to focus on the root cause and not directly on that thing. If we fight with the road, if we fight to dig up the road, that is when we shall get it out away from us.
Hello?
Hello? Manuel Romero.
Yes, Walter.
Now, I don't think that people I think that don't know happy. I live in president. When the jump ahead for one of them, me hockey. Kirango, I am off for Uganda. Yeah, Libero, area Muchan. Yeah, I knew the job that I made up. One million, you know, it's a better one to perform to Uganda and all you Your one and Copel on the way of over. Copel on the baby. Yes, any opinion I fight for in 5.2, 5.1. Everybody follow big. It's all big now. Million of bar again. Given no, I know look at the way you feel any with your many your lonely given no, I nothing more better. May I kick it? Oh, me, okay, look you by now can. So let it go. I look for you are a good street man, your spirit on your thing corridor. Maybe you look your banner and look. Your Maria Vero, my abolition job. I'm a poor job and get a shock on a your my abolition corridor.
Upoye mateka water.
So and then kill a man or Jokotin corridor, maybe the German job. Only your yellow edge don't come. They're looking corridor, yeah. They're yellow German job. I think you took a woman and I read you can go to New York and the job on there. Okay, we know no kill, young and don't quite hit out on your a very young. Or just look at the job and no many you have, you know, you're the big good young and or police on a purpose. Okay, what a purpose.
Simekiki. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Maxon.
Yeah, you know, I know from the TV channel. Oh, do not care quite a border in a man. So, Caravan now, you can change to my job and more at your one of the ball of Baramadala. And call it to see that to find me more like a lot. Not only can I go to me, like a lot, but a few more moves than a lot. Thank you, one year of Kare. You begin to Uganda. Kati a lot of being by Karamu, but you have to see yourself before you didn't be fact that I have to go money. On our tour call you to do get your cardio to jam and then you know, if you talk about Mexico, to a wall, and to be talk for a Pubina and a little down. No one about it. I'm rich after I come to one, will be my wow. How can you talk more about another now for you? No, why you want to hang down work a canoe? Many one that you're not going to like a lot. You want to do what you mark, you know, Mary, one not go to the work away at Jamo. One of those that keep one again, or Monocama during
Already Manokarago ya Kiki na Wokuno Kamo, you disseminate where to check out the well to bring me your car, but Aduong Bobi Wine, maybe no Gamo, a penya metieri, a kadang, take a look at Giki program. We are taking a short break. You respond to some of the compliments, but also some of the questions that have been asked by the listeners. Make a look at Giki program. Mr. Honorable Robert Chagunai, you are to hand the show. Yes, maybe you could respond to some of the questions that have been raised, but also you give your concluding remarks.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. I will be very, very brief. Yes. Somebody asked why we talk about Museveni all the time. But I mean, some of us are Christians or Muslims or whatever. We go to church every Sunday. We don't work for the devil, but why do we talk about Satan every Sunday? And I like one of the callers said that we should deal with the root cause, and the root cause is Museveni dictatorship. If there's no Museveni, maybe I would not be in politics. Somebody asked about the road network in Northern Uganda, why it's so poor. It is true, only 6% of the roads in Northern Uganda are paved, and that is deliberate. Because Museveni does not want to empower the people of Northern Uganda. If we have better road network, if we have infrastructure, if we have power in Northern Uganda, if we have electricity in Northern Uganda, the businesses will mushroom, development will come, and the people of Northern Uganda will no longer kneel down for Museveni to give them handouts. So he keeps them poor so that he can have them as beggars. We were asked what we will do when we finally take power. I would go far deep in our manifesto, but there's so much that we want to deal with. Revamp healthcare, revamp education, stop the poverty, free up the people, give them back their leg. We cannot reinvent the wheel. These things were done by our forefathers, you know. I did not start the Lira meeting, spinning mill, but they closed it. We have to reopen them. We have to make sure that what used to work with our people, for our people, can work. again and again and again. They asked me to talk about the loans of the motorcycles. We don't want to talk about them just. We want to change them. Today, they're using you as a business. Those loans are meant to enslave people so that you spend almost half your time paying for a loan of a border, which they can even take away from you by the police. Somebody raised an issue of street kids disturbing people and stealing from people. That is terrible. But please know that some of those people are planted by the regime to paint a bad image of us. They want to call us bayai, they want to call us thieves.
Exactly.
And I've instructed those that we're moving with, and I've also warned those criminals that should we get any criminal trying to steal from people, we shall deal with them ourselves. Why? Because we are on a national mission and we cannot let anybody vulgarize this mission. We are trying to free more than 45 million people, so we cannot allow them to, to vulgarize.
Honorable Robert Chagulanyi, we have
finally, very finally, we were told that the people of Uganda supported Museveni when he was coming. Well, I was only 4 years when Museveni came. It's our duty, all of us, to remove the dictatorship. Very finally, I want to salute the comrades that have been here with in studio. We had leaders like Adonyo Michael Chris, like Angia Daniel, like Honorable Okelo Daniel, who is a councillor and who is our MP flag bearer. Comrades like Mawa Moses, comrades like Ojok Isaac, who is our spokesperson here, and also a councillor. I salute them very much. Now we are going to open our office. And we want to welcome all of you to open our office, and maybe that's when I'll get an opportunity to speak with you. And thank you very much for listening to me. Afoyo Matek, Afoyo Tutwar. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Honorable Robert Chagulanyi for coming to Voice of Lango FM. It's our pleasure for hosting you.
Thank you.
Next time when you come again, you'll be, we wish you a very peaceful process as you go to open your offices at Junior Quarters, Lira City West.
Thank you.
For your Matetu 12, Honorable Robert Chagulanyi Sentamo, President, the National Unity Platform, Bibiru Kedwa, Eche, kwa inemano, kuchimiropeta tie, yeha, miropeta tie, mewota, yambo, offices, the National Unity Platform, Eche, Kedwa, yeha, Kedwa, ame, Bibiru tie, mewehe, enora me baro kuch, ene kuhu, tebe na mpetie, yeha ni kuchu, tetu, kuwete.
Yeah, that's been good.
Power. Everywhere. NUP. Everywhere. NUP. Even you. NUP. All of us. NUP. Mike. It's here.